It's Diversity TV bringing you the Untold Stories for the week of July 30th, 2021 from the fantastic city of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Hosted by myself, Harriet, Tinka, and my co-host,
Rayyah Sempala.
Sponsored by Rayyah Plumbing and Heating. Here are the headlines for this week. A mini version of Africanival 2021 took place in Edmonton last weekend. Wenzel Market opened its grill last Saturday. Calgary is slowly going back to work in its downtown with an eye on COVID. Where in Alberta can you visit this summer? Now, the news in detail. Segment 1. Finally, Wenzel Market in Edmonton opened its grill section last weekend to complete the dream. And I know that my co-host here, you were there last week to see the excitement and the joy of a milestone that they created. Can you share with our audience what your thoughts were on the opening of this great event?
Yes, Wenzel Market and Grill did open last Saturday and I was there, and we do have a clip for our audience to see. Now, the place is located in the south, right? But it's such a great location because anyone can go. There's even a barbershop next to the grill, and it also has a grocery store inside the grill place. But the food is amazing, and I would encourage people to go and try out the new grill.
Did you try some of the amazing food that you speak of?
Yes, and it was really amazing.
So you had it from here. Make sure that you make a stop there. It's for everyone. If you want to get some excitement this summer, check it out.
Hello everyone, my name is Mr. I'm the Executive Director of the French Organization, Rayyah and Diversity Society. We are here today at the Wenzel Market Day, where we are celebrating the opening of the new restaurant for the African community. So we are inviting both of you to come to stay here with the friends and family and all those members of the community. Please come here to spend time with your friends, and that will be a great opportunity. So we are here to promote the good job that our community black members are doing in the city.
So this is a Wenzel Market Day. So I'm calling our community. They just coming in, order online, who can just come and stop at 8861 63 Avenue. So today it's like a grand opening for our grill. So we're doing kebab, barbecue, chicken. So just come and you can order online or just call us. You can put your order there and we can serve you better. Thank you for your time.
Segment 2.
The city of Calgary takes first steps to reopening services and facilities with an eye on COVID. Calgarians are asked to continue with COVID-19 health and safety measurements in city buildings as they return to work in downtown offices. Learn more about the City of Calgary's plan to reopen city services and facilities safely at calgary.ca/respond.
I'm sure it's going to be a bit different for most people going back to work, especially most of us and them who have been isolated since March of 2020. So one has to think, well, this is the new beginning of what the new changes will be. On to segment 3, my favorite segment of all, which is fashion, beauty time here on Diversity TV.
Some collection of fashion from Africanival 2021 from Bao and Kathy Designs, K1N Apparel, and more. Bao is originally from Botswana and Kathy is from Barbados. They met on a fashion shoot just before the pandemic lockdown. They immediately clicked and decided to collaborate and design clothing together. Even during lockdown, they worked together and make new clothing designs. Take a look at some of their collections.
Their fashions were outstanding. I was able to see them during Africanival, and what a collection. If anybody is looking for something new this year, something that is going to shock the world with a great fashion, check them out. Before we go to our next segment, let's have a word from our supporters. Segment 4. Any idea what you want to do this summer?
I think I do. A place to visit in Alberta this summer, St. Albert Botanic Park. The St. Albert Botanic Park is a garden dedicated to the collection, cultivation, and display of a wide range of plants labeled with their scientific names. It will interest you to know that the park is maintained and operated by volunteers. There's no fee for admission, and the garden is open daily from sunrise to sunset. The Asiatic lilies section has plants with some interesting names such as Embarrassment, Striptease, Forever Susan, Charisma, and more.
That sounds like quite a place to visit. I'm sure a lot of people listening are a bit curious, so do enjoy if you do go there. On to segment 5.
Coronavirus Project Cool Times. So, Harriet, I know there are a lot of COVID cases in Alberta, and also now we have more vaccinated people here. What can you tell us a bit about, what's the status on vaccinated or unvaccinated people?
This is a great question because a lot of people have been wondering, we're not wearing masks anymore. It's not mandatory, and we're not doing the social distancing. So it's still, we need to be very cautious. Now, COVID-19 cases are on the rise again in Alberta and Canada as well, with new variants and unvaccinated people part of the story. Now, the vaccines are very effective. And what they've said is if you do get the vaccine, you get protected up to 91% protection against the alpha variant. You can also get, if you get vaccinated, you get protected up to 85% against the Delta variant. And I know you know the percentage of protection with the Gamma variant. Do you want to share with our audience?
Yes, it's up to 89% protection. So we see all these benefits of getting the vaccine, and we also want to understand why people, are a bit hesitant to, go and get it. But if you want to learn more, you can go to www.alberta.ca.
Before we go to our next segment, let's have a word from our supporters.
Hello, my name is Anne with BCB in Action. Here we support, advocate, promote, and empower all Black businesses in Western Canada. We do this by mentorship program, networking events, and training programs. Our goal is to have all Black businesses thrive in the Canadian marketplace. Go to www.bcbinaction.org to find out how we can support you.
On to segment 6. We're going international. So, Rayyah, what do you have? for Diversity TV International for this week?
Well, now we travel out of Edmonton and we're going out of Canada and we're going international. So we go to Africa, to the country of Tunisia. Tunisia sees the biggest unrest after the Arab Spring as its president suspends parliament and dismisses the prime minister.
As they say, like master, like servant. This next story is also going to really talk to that statement. Tanzanian opposition leader Freeman Mbowe was arrested last week and charged with terror-related crimes. This is an occurrence that was witnessed when former President John Magufuli was in charge before he died, handing over to the lady Samia Suluhu Hassan. These are very disturbing news internationally. Before we go to our next segment, let's have a word from our supporters.
Welcome to Loose World, your natural clinical tested cosmetic for all skin types. Our science-based formula provides anti-aging protection, rejuvenate and nourish your skin while helping to improve skin conditions such as acne, black spot, and irregular skin tone.
How to use it. Step 1. Wash your face with cleanser lotion, rinse well, then pat dry with a clean towel. Step 2. Use a cotton pad or hands to apply botanical toner on your face, neck and body until complete absorption. Step 3. Apply a small amount of Serum C Intensive with fingertips to freshly cleansed and toned face, neck, and décolleté areas. Step 4. Apply a small amount of face cream to cleansed skin with gentle patting motions. Until absorbed. Loose, uplift the skin tone. Naturally.
Segment 7. Harriet, what are we cooking this week for Dish of the Week?
Another one of my favorite segments, Dish of the Week. Well, we'll really mostly talk about Africanival and the food that was highlighted during that Carnival festival. Some selection of the dishes during the Africanival included the delicious jollof rice, puff puff roasted fish, beef kebab soya, roasted and fried chicken, and many more. It was so delicious. Everybody kept saying, Bon appetit.
Yes. And now moving on to segment 8, we have lots of community announcements this week. We'd like to first thank everyone for all the wonderful support to the mini version of Africanival for 2021. Have a great week, and we will see you next year at Churchill Square. Here's a few of the festival photos for you.
City of Calgary is now accepting applications for the reopening grant program for hard-hit businesses, including restaurants, pubs, bars, fitness centers, nightclubs, live music venues. This will provide financial relief to business owners who have been significantly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic as they look to reopen and begin to thrive again.
Yes, that's really good, as applications will be accepted until August 10th or until funds are depleted. To learn more about whether your business is eligible and find out how to apply, visit www.calgary.ca/businessgrant.
Now, the City of Edmonton also recognizes that Edmonton's business community may also need support in a post-pandemic world.
The Edmonton Economic Action Plan grant is available to support businesses with longer-term needs that support economic growth. Visit www.edmonton.ca/businessgrant to learn more about eligibility criteria, eligible costs, and how to apply.
On to Solomon College. Well, Solomon College Connections to Employment and Food Service program are currently taking applications for students that will start in September. The deadlines to register are, for the food service, it's August 13, 2021. Connection, August 27, 2021. Quest, September 27, 2021.
A small reminder of each program. The Connections to Employment program focuses on occupations within the retail industry, customer service, merchandiser, meat cutting, and bakery assistant. The requirements for this program are you have to be a permanent resident, not currently receiving EI, CLB 4. The Food Service Supervisor Preparation Program is a program designed to help students acquire strong workplace essential skills needed for future leadership roles within the food industry and hospitality industry. The requirements for this program are you have to be a permanent resident or a citizen not born in Canada, completion of high school, and a minimum of CLB 5. The next one is the Key Workplace Essential Skills Training Program, QUEST. Solomon's College QUEST program is a 3-month training program focused on employment in the warehouse sector. The requirements are a minimum of CLB 3-6 in all skill areas, permanent residents or Canadian citizens not born in Canada, no previous education in Canada except LINC or ESL, not unemployment insurance, basic computer skills. We invited the Connection to Employment instructor and a student to share their experiences and the next intake.
That's quite a list, and anybody who's interested in that program, please be mindful of those deadlines. If you miss them, you miss the program.
It's very nice, program. They have many things. And also in my life, I don't know about before. I don't know about first aid. It's very useful in our society and also my family. Yeah, about the food safety, to give the if I work in the restaurant or in the store, it's good things to give them safe food, and also in my home. And also I don't know this. I did not know before that kind of things. And for the safety about the women.
To Employment is a really special program. We get these amazing people like Kiros coming who are so hardworking and they're ready to go to work and they just need some support. So our program gives them 2 months, 8 weeks of training. So we cover essential skills for the workplace, language for the workplace. In particular, this program focuses on retail and merchandising positions. And then we also make sure they have safety knowledge and safety certificates like first aid, WMIS, and food safety. which employers really value. And then we also, like Kiro said, we make sure that we are giving them a lot of tools and help to make sure they have a great resume, cover letter, they know how to apply for jobs online, they have the skills and the confidence to go into interviews and get those jobs that they want.
So we learn many topics, not related only for the food service, but for the like job in general. We learned about business meetings, about interviews and cover letters, communication, management, decision making, planning, the skills that a supervisor should have to make his business grow, and about problem solving. Many topics and other topics related to our English speaking and communication. So it's not related only to the food service. It's a program. It's a useful program because it will help you to for any kind of job. And we also got some certificates about ProServe, first aid, and WMS, and food safety. And so it's our last week. It will end in this Friday, and we will start our placement program, placement months in August. I recommend this program to any student because he will not learn only for the food services. And actually this program helped me a lot in building my confidence in the interviews, how to answer the main questions. And thanks to Gary actually and Monica for their efforts.
There's another program beginning in September. And it does take a few weeks to process the application, and we encourage them to give us a call. We can talk about the program and see how they may be able to join if it fits their needs. Minna said something very good about this program is called Food Services, but the program concepts about communication, teamwork, management, and performing well to impress an employer and to package yourself in a professional way is useful for any kind of job and career following the program.
Next announcement is on child subsidies. Alberta is making childcare subsidies available to more families to support parents and increase access to affordable care. Starting September 1st, families with household income of up to $90,000 will be eligible to receive subsidy. The previous threshold was up to $75,000, so this is good. Now more families can take advantage of those subsidies.
Yes, and subsidies will also now be available for eligible families with children attending licensed preschool programs. Previously, only licensed daycare, family day home, and out-of-school programs were eligible. Families can learn more about eligibility and apply online starting August 16th at www.alberta.ca.
Segment 9. The Immigrant Experience show is finally here with host Moji Taiwo, doing her first show last Sunday, with more to come in the last Sunday of every month. Here's a gist for you.
You know that 21.5% of the total population of Canadians are immigrants. That's the tidbit for you today.
Segment 10.
Neva Perot will do an interview on the insurance industry. What is new and what services she offers to new incoming customers and community members.
It's a pleasure to be here today and share some details with relation to insurance. First of all, a little background about myself. I've been in the insurance industry since graduating from the University of Calgary back in 1992. Prior to being a business owner and opening up my own Desjardins insurance agency, I was a claims manager and I have extensive experience in claims. And then in August 2009, I opened my own agency, and I've been doing that for now 12 years, coming up this August. We offer auto, home, life. Today, I'd like to discuss business insurance. That is a major focus in our office. We sell quite a bit of business insurance throughout Alberta. And I think the reason why I've made that a focus for our office is that we're business owners ourselves. So we connect with the basic needs that every business owner is looking for. Every insurance company or brokerage is a little different. With our office, we're very unique in that we can gather the information from you and provide a quote within the same day, because we quote and bind within the office. And as I said, because it's a specialty product that we offer, we're very knowledgeable with regards to what the needs are for our business owners. So we tend to focus on three main areas where we see that there could potentially be exposure for the business owner. So for example, liability insurance. Our business owners will often call us and say, well, the landlord requires that we have 2 million liability. Although it's a requirement, it's also very good for the business owner to have, because that means if there's a lawsuit against the business owner or their company, they can come back to the insurance company for up to $2 million rather than looking to take money out of their own pocket for that expense. The other area that we look at is contents. So in my office, we have furniture and computers. For a beauty salon, there may be chairs and products and supplies. So depending on each business, there's going to be different amounts for contents. But the basic thing is that if there's a fire or any type of loss, you want your business insurance to step in and pay that again, so you're not having an out-of-pocket expense. And the third main area is if your business has to close because of that same example of a fire, then your business insurance policy will pay for lost revenue. So you're not in a position where you're wondering, how do I pay the rent or my employee's salary, or there's expenses that will be covered through the business insurance policy. There's other items like water coverage and things like that, but those are the three core things, because what we're looking for is if something happens, we want to make sure that you can continue your business, because similar to other business owners, this is my dream, and I want to be able to protect my dream as best I can with the different resources that are available to me. And it's fairly inexpensive. We do write different categories, but we tend to write a lot of hair salons. I don't know why, but I go back to hair salons, and the average monthly expense there for a business owner is usually around $60 per month. So compared to what I've described as the loss of contents, the liability part, the lost revenue, $60 a month is very affordable to make sure that you're not in a bad position down the road and your business potentially could be closed. We're very available. You can call the office number directly at 403-685-2900. You can send an email to me directly, and it's Neva, N-E-V-A, at westcalgaryinsurance.com, all one word. Or you can search my name, Neva Perrott, and reach out to me through Google or through my website.
Thank you once again. Another month. That means real estate news. We are ready for the latest news. We have Conrad come here every month, and he updates us on what's new, what's happening, what to look for, what the interest rates are, anything real estate. He's the to-go-to person. And I've actually gotten used to having him every month. So I'm always looking forward to having him here every month to give us the tips of the trade. So Conrad, once again, thank you so much for joining us again. And if anybody doesn't know who Conrad is, he's gonna introduce himself to us. So Conrad, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes. Thank you, Harriet. My name is Conrad Agla. I'm a real estate agent, helping people buy homes and sell homes. I'm stationed here in Calgary, but we cover in the entire province of Alberta. I do mortgages as well. So we have team all over Alberta and all over the country. I provide a monthly real estate updates to Diversity Magazine and the clientele and the database. So that's me. I mean, the market is still better. It's still not heat. It's heated than last year. We've just noticed we've just made some few observations. Some call it buyer fatigue. It's just that the speed at which we saw people getting into the market, the speed at which we saw properties selling, that has slowed down a little bit. Probably there are many reasons for that. We've had a new stress test introduced on June 1st. Also people, because they're under the lockdown and then we are in a recovery mode, vaccines are there, people have taken their second doses and people are also planned to make use of this summer. I believe some call it a buyer fatigue, probably that has set in. So we've seen some slowness. But still, the market is still better than last year. We've seen about almost 10 to 15% increase in prices and sales all over the province, in the big cities. So yeah, not much has changed in terms of what we are seeing in terms of increasing sale and also increased values of properties. So it's a stress test. You know, from time to time, the government looks at the real estate lending criteria, the mortgage lending criteria, and then they introduce changes just to keep things under control. So they introduced on June 1st what they call the stress test. The stress test is just the rate at which people are qualified for mortgage, conventional and also high ratio mortgages. I mean, people who are putting 5% down, less than 20% down or 20% down. So this, the government kind of set a rate used as called a stress test that is used to qualify these people. It was higher before. It was lower before. That was around 4.79 throughout the COVID period. But then for whatever reason, the government decided to increase that rate to 5.25. And that has actually reduced buyers' purchasing power by about 4%. So anyone who could qualify for a mortgage of $500,000 under the old rule before June 1st, after June 1st, they will qualify for $480,000 purchase. So that has kind of actually slowed down the momentum. Yeah, I believe that's one of the factors. And also the increasing prices that we've seen over the months of March, April were due to increasing costs of construction, especially for new build, attributed to one of the main components, which is timber. But the timber lumber prices have also gone down from their peak. So that has actually slowed things a little bit. Not much. We've seen for new builds, those that were selling about 500, 600,000. We've seen some price drop between the levels at May and June and July by about 10, 15,000. But we don't know how that will work out. Either they're reducing the price just to attract more buyers. We don't know, but for sure we know that lumber prices have come down. Now, this time in July, right now too, another concern is the forest fires. So some are speculating that the forest fires that we are seeing right now, that's making the clouds in Alberta smoky, will also continue to impact on the lumber prices. So we might not see the low prices for long. So that's what's happening now. Prior to this June 1st stress test introduction, new stress test introduction, we don't actually know the formula, but they indicated that they will be observing the real estate market from year to year, and probably they will be setting that particular rate at the end of every year. So we've had this in June. Maybe by December, they probably might go back and look at how things have been, if they really achieve their target. Yeah, their main goal, as I said, is to make sure that there is no shock to the real estate system where real estate market will get out of hand. The real metrics that they use, we don't know exactly, but then it impacts buyers for sure. In fiscal policy, it's kind of a complex stuff based on a lot of economic models and all of that. So they have their own data. It's just that it's not straightforward for us to know that is going to happen. But over time, we are able to glean or get some hints from some economists what is likely to happen. I believe most of the time when the power brokers are talking and in this discussion of what to come, some people are able to leak this information. But until the government announces that, okay, this is the new rule, we have no idea what exactly is happening, and also the exact formula that they use. So you can reach me at by email at conradagla.ca, Conrad at conradagla.ca. My phone number is 403-690-0809, 403-690-0809. My website, conradagla.com or conradaglarealestate.com. If you Google my name, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Conrad Agla Real Estate, Instagram, you can reach out to me. Yeah, my goal is to advise, guide you throughout the process. Anywhere you are in the province, any information on real estate, or even including finance, mortgage, I'm available to help out.
Thank you for watching Diversity Community Newscast. My name is Harriet, Tinka, and my co-host,
Rayyah Sempala.
Please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so that you're the first to get the news as we upload it. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
We are also on www.diversityplus.ca, and you can catch new videos on YouTube.
See you next week.